because you can't sleep. Think about it. Having to give up on favorite activities, an inability to think clearly, a deteriorated personal life, and poor sleep, it's no shocker that fatigue can easily lead to depression. The combination of all these difficulties can easily make anyone feel as if their life is starting to fall apart. Most depressing of all is the fear of, what if I never feel healthy and energetic again? What if I only get weaker and more tired? Whether you've only just begun to notice the effects of fatigue or you've been struggling for years, chances are you would not be watching this DVD if a lack of energy was not impacting your life to some degree. At this point, you may already be taking several vitamins, herbs, or even prescription drugs to try and feel better. All these things probably aren't working so well, or maybe they're even making you feel worse. The bottom line is, you're still concerned about feeling worn out and you want a solution. Maybe you're considering going to a doctor, or maybe you've already seen one. Well, here is an important word of warning for you. Before you step foot into your doctor's office again, or for the first time, it's critical you hear the truth about the allopathic medical road of treatment for fatigue and weakened immune function. You may be shocked and possibly even outraged by what you're about to hear. But please remember, these are not the opinions of the creators of this DVD, but the publicly documented findings of independent scientific studies and medical organizations. Simply stated, conventional medical doctors are trained to treat your aches, pains, sicknesses, and fatigue in generally one of two ways: through the prescription of various medications, or in some serious cases, through surgery. It's no big secret. However, did you know that medical doctors do not receive any training specifically for treating fatigue? People go to doctors when they're hurt or sick because medical doctors are trained on how to treat injury and disease. But that's it. They are not trained on how to get you energized and feeling your best. Let's take a closer look at what conventional medicine has to offer you if you choose to visit your medical doctor in hopes of overcoming your lack of energy and feeling your best again. Did you know that each year in the United States, an estimated 140,000 people die from drug-related reactions they suffer after taking a prescription medication prescribed by their doctor, like sleeping pills, for instance? It's estimated that up to 98,000 Americans die annually from medical errors. For instance, a doctor accidentally making the wrong incision, a nurse administering the wrong medication, and so on. That's almost 250,000 deaths each year in the United States alone due to the adverse effects of surgery and drug treatment. It's certainly good reason to start questioning what we learned as kids about running straight to the doctor, right? So, let's say you go into your doctor's office complaining of fatigue. Well, there are a couple of different things your doctor may do, but watch closely here because they all lead down the same path. Most likely your doctor will give you a once-over and advise you to go get some rest. Option number 2 is that your doctor will send you for a series of inconvenient, expensive diagnostic tests. Maybe it will start with blood work and then graduate to some more high-tech stuff. Here's the problem. Maybe you're thinking, what if something really is wrong with me? What if I have chronic fatigue syndrome, for instance? These tests will certainly help me know if I have that, right? Wrong. Chronic fatigue syndrome has only recently been described by the medical profession and is still quite controversial. In fact, many medical doctors refuse to believe it even exists. You see, chronic fatigue syndrome has non-specific symptoms like tiredness and general aches and pains. This makes it extremely difficult to diagnose, and doctors often get it all mixed up. If someone you know has spoken to a doctor about chronic fatigue, or maybe even you have yourself, they've probably also thrown around the names of conditions like lupus, Epstein-Barr, Lyme's disease, and fibromyalgia. The truth is, medical doctors don't really know how to figure out what's causing your fatigue. The absolute worst part is, even if your doctor takes a stab in the dark and says you have chronic fatigue syndrome, there are no existing allopathic treatment plans a medical doctor can give you. That's right, conventional medicine has no treatment plan for chronic fatigue syndrome. You might decide to take matters into your own